Bring in Jason Rantz. He's host of the Jason Rantz Show on KTTH Radio in Seattle. I know you've been following a lot of the specifics that are happening there in your city, but zoom out a little bit and talk to me about how you see the breakdown in law and order all across the country.
Well, when you decide to go after police officers, the people who are there to protect us, and you have an open war on cops in this country, it shouldn't shock anybody that some of the bad elements are going to take advantage of it. We've got a lot of opportunistic criminals who are there who are going to do this anyway. So now they get a chance with a lot more cover to not actually face any consequences for this behavior. Meanwhile, you've got a general lack of leadership, I think, frankly, coming from the left and the right. On the left, they're not speaking up because the people who are committing these violent acts or the people who are trying to tear down statues, that's the base of the Democratic Party. That's the progressive base that they need to go out and make sure they vote for Joe Biden. On the other hand, you've got Republicans who should be much stronger when it comes to a message of law and order, kind of standing back. I think it's political. I think they're doing this because the more video and imagery that we have of this lawlessness probably plays to the moderate Democrat or the independent who says, okay, you know what, the left is owning this movement right now. I guess I'll go ahead and vote for President Trump for re-election. So, you know, it's political. It's a little, I would say, tenuous when it comes to the morality, I suppose, of that particular strategy.
What about the fact that you have these police chiefs and officers? There's so many retirements happening. But I think about Carmen Best, the chief of police there in Seattle. She clearly doesn't feel like she is being supported by the local elected leadership. And I would say it's also the same in New York City, as Aisha was just explaining to us.
100%. I mean, with Carmen Best, African-American woman police chief, you don't normally see that demographic for police chiefs in an industry that is mostly run by older white men. So you would think that this is a position that would be celebrated in Seattle. But in Seattle, like so many other left-wing cities, there's a general distrust and a general disgust towards police officers. We had today a 14-year-old black teenager shot and is critically injured. We have another black murder at this CHOP zone. And while the chief of police is speaking about how this has to come to an end, you've got some agitators, the protesters at CHOP, trying to drown out that message. And the same thing is happening all across this country. At some point, we need to step up and say, if we continue to go down this road, this revolution of sorts that we're seeing is only going to get worse. And while I understand the politics of it all, it's going to get out of control. And when the politicians finally decide that they want to lead and allow these police chiefs actually to do their job across the country, I fear it's going to be too late.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope not. But I take your point. Jason Rantz, thank you.